Tuning in. This is FBI agent who was a special agent in charge of the Honolulu office at one point, along with the office in Seattle. I want to read you the charges that Lori Vallow Daybell is facing. She's been charged with 2 felony counts of desertion and non-support of dependent children, along with charged with arrests and seizures, including resisting or obstructing officers, criminal solicitation to commit a crime, contempt of court, willful disobedience of court. Frank, you know, charge of desertion and non-support of dependent children.
So that's going to be a state charge, and pretty much what it says. The children have been missing since September, and she is not legal request or the children is paramount. So yeah, it's going to be about those children and their whereabouts, their well-being as well.
What happens now? So the extradition hearing, could she fight extradition? I mean, could she say, no, I'm not guilty, I didn't do these things, and she wait there for months, weeks, or is this something that she'll be back in Idaho before we know it?
Anything could happen. Yes, she could fight it. She could contest it, and like you said, there will be a hearing. The charging authority will then have to provide evidence to the judge that indicates that they have enough probable cause or reason to bring her back to Idaho to face these charges. But she also may just say, you know what, okay, I'll go back, just to avoid the attention or to deal with this, in the way that her mind is telling her to deal with it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think that they're in the process of setting a court date now, and so if it does go through the entire process, it could be a few weeks before this is actually resolved.
Okay. Anything that you think the public needs to know about this case, Frank, that we didn't touch on?
Well, I think, again, as we talked about last time, this is a tribute to the efforts of law enforcement to do this the right way, to put all the pieces together, to do as much as they can to find out where these children are, to resolve this situation. And that's how these investigations have to go. And that's why patience is so important when it comes to the public expectation, because there's so much to do, and they have to do it by the numbers in order to meet the standard of the law.
All right, Frank Montoya, thank you very much. We'll be touching base with you, I imagine, before this is all over. Of course, if you're just tuning in, Lori Vallow Daybell arrested in Hawaii this afternoon within the past 2 or 3 hours at her home in Princeville, where she and Chad were staying. She has been charged with 2 felony counts of desertion and non-support of dependent children. Obviously, those 2 charges affect JJ and Tylee, who have been missing since the end of September. She was also charged with arrests and seizures, a slew of charges: resisting or obstructing officers, criminal solicitation to commit a crime, contempt of court, willful disobedience of the court process or order. As Frank said, she will likely be extradited back to Idaho. She could fight that. We have reached out to her attorney, who has not issued our requests for comment, and we are hearing that within the next little bit we will have a new statement from the Madison County prosecutor, Rob Wood, and that once the warrant is returned to Idaho, that case that has been sealed should be open. So within the next few days, we should have more information about the charges, why they believe there was enough probable cause to arrest her at this point, and what happens next with Chad, with Lori, and the 2 children. We'll stay on top of it. Thank you again, Frank. Thank you for watching.